Awesome. I think I got it going. Yeah. I've been with Metal Nation, I think for a little over 3 years now, but I've been doing a lot of interviews lately, and I'm actually pretty far behind right now just because we've been remodeling, and I'm a therapist by day.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, but as you can imagine, it's been really, really busy lately with everything going on. So between everything, writing for
Yeah.
music is my, kind of my balance and my passion, but it's just gotten away from me. But when I had heard you guys, I knew that I wanted to jump on it and yeah, make sure I was one of the first before you guys blow up.
Well, thank you so much. We were really, really happy about that message of yours.
Awesome.
Really came to a surprise to us, so it's really nice.
Well, I haven't even told the website that I'm doing it, but they pretty much let me have free reign at this point because I'm their main writer. So I was like, I'm doing it, and you guys will just have to deal with it. Which I don't think it'll be. I think they'll be excited. But so, are you guys with a record label?
No, we're not actually.
So
No.
you're releasing Smother independently?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys? I mean, I'm assuming you guys are wanting to get hooked up with a record label.
Yeah, we're looking for some of them. We actually messaged some of them. Some of them also want a tape and everything. And we're still designing our entire booklet actually.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Your press release,
huh?
like your press release package.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing. We have some merch designed, and yeah, it's about to go into print. And then we're gonna send labels our stuff.
Okay, cool. Is
Yeah, but
napalm on your list?
yeah, definitely, definitely, yeah.
Okay. I was going, I don't know how they do things. I work with Natalie, their PR, all the time. And so I don't I was just going to send it to them, and I'm like, I don't know how they decide or how they figure out how to do any of that. I've never been on that side of things. But I thought I'm just going to send it over to Natalie and see if I don't know, however they do it, if she can throw it down the line of commands.
But it's amazing, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a great label. And they're really cool because when they sign people, they're very, it seems on the outside and with the people that I've interviewed, that they're very confident in who they sign. So they are pretty good about letting people have still free reign over their projects,
Yeah.
obviously, which is how it should be. But unfortunately, not all labels are that way. But it seems like they're pretty good about kind of stepping back, except for they keep you busy as far as interviews and stuff. But
Well, that's fine, right?
yeah, gets you more out there.
Yeah.
So at this point, you've released 5 songs. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. 5 singles.
5 singles, right? And you're gonna have 11 tracks on the album,
Exactly. Yeah.
and it comes out next month, July 2nd.
July 2nd. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You know everything already. So I guess
Well,
we're done.
yeah. Thank you for the interview. Have a good day.
5 minutes later.
So where can people order the album?
Well, we have a website designed, which we still need to push. But
Okay.
so far, everything is going through Instagram.
Okay.
And very likely, yeah, we'll just keep everybody posted on our
Okay.
socials, mainly Instagram. Yeah.
Okay. So keep a lookout on Instagram to see when the website goes out to where they can order. Are you doing CDs or are you just doing digital? I'm assuming probably not vinyl at this point.
No, not vinyl. Yeah, we go for a CD. Yeah, with all tracks on it.
Okay. Do you already have the design for the cover of the album?
Yeah, I think that was also the how do you call that, spoiler? Yeah, I think so.
The spoiler.
The spoiler alert. Like on Spotify, we have this cover with our lead vocalist on it, like lying
Oh.
there, basically naked.
Ah.
And he's also in the last video, the last single we released in the music video.
The I
Uh,
just want to sleep one.
huh?
I just want to sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That's funny.
So it's all him.
Isn't that the frontman's job, though, is to be all about them?
Yeah, it's definitely a part of it. Yeah.
Oh goodness. So that I really like the video for In Tongues. So I mean, I feel like the message is pretty clear, but I've been wrong before.
Well,
But
then,
is it? Oh, go ahead.
no, then before I say anything, maybe
I'll tell you.
what
I'll
do
tell
you
you what
what do
I
you
think,
think?
and then
Yeah.
and then you can correct me if I'm horribly wrong, and then we'll end the interview short. Just kidding.
That's 10 minutes later.
Oh my goodness. So I'm assuming it's about addiction, and the the him that you find out later in the cloak is Death, that's like constantly at his heels because he is battling this addiction, and then finds out at the end obviously he did it to himself. And in the beginning there's the uh knowing that that's what's going to happen, yet he still does it. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much correct.
So we can continue. No, it was
That's
done. It was done really creatively, and it's very well done. I mean, with you guys being an independent band, it's not easy to pull off, um, videos like that are, very well produced, I guess is
yeah,
what I'm trying to say.
yeah. So, uh, I mean, we've been really taking our time with this whole thing, and we really wanted to make, because this is our first album, so we wanted to do it right instead of yeah, quickly going through things. That's not really how we work. We're trying to do things exactly as we intend them to be, and as good as we can do them. So we took now a couple of years to do it.
Yeah.
And our camera guy, our video producer, Simon, kudos to him. He did a really fantastic job. He did the first three of them, so basically all of them. He's really good at what he does, and yeah, I think it shows.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
especially for where we come from, because we don't have don't have much of a history, you know.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
so we are very very proud of that, and we just hope that that the others can also are happy with can relate to our material, of course.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of very thought out lyrics that I feel like, yeah, a lot of people can relate to, whether it's in specifics or whether it's just different aspects of their life that the lyrics still pertain to. That is one thing I really that really stood out with you guys as well.
Yeah, I really try to make it relatable. Um, and also, like you said, like you already got it right, what In Tongues is about. Um, exactly that topic of addiction after something bad happened. Like in this case, the video very clearly shows that a guy who's coping with loss, and I think all of us have had those situations, or will eventually get into something like that. And
Yeah.
then coping with that can be hard, and some people find, yeah, people find different ways for coping.
Right. So are you the lyric writer, or is Yanis the lyric?
Janis does the main stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I do the instrumentals. Janis does the lyrics. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, speaking of instrumentally, I understand that you have gone through a couple different drummers. I think you're on your third, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, it happens. But so I'm assuming the one that I'm getting ready to talk about is not with you anymore, but the one on the Nightmare video, that this
Yeah.
this is this is weird that I picked this out, but I saw he had a texture shirt on.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think
Is
so.
that one of your guys' musical influences?
I think for him, yeah. he has a very various, like has a lot of influences actually. It doesn't necessarily pertain to metal music, but also to, I don't know, indie or rock, or like it varies a bit more for him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
shows in his style as well.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, when I saw that, I kind of put two and two together and thought, okay, I can hear like a small textures vibe with you guys. So I was wondering if you guys were fans, because that's not a band that is not. It's not. They weren't. They're not even together anymore. But they weren't like a really big band, and kind of the same situation. Very very underrated. Thankfully, you guys are just starting out, so hopefully that's going to shift quickly for you guys. But
Thank you.
but yeah, with the technical aspects, I could hear yeah, some of that. So I was curious if that was a overall influence.
Yeah, well, especially for the Nightmare record, he was doing overhauling the drums, I would say. Like we had an idea of what it should sound like and mapped it out and everything, and he gave it a even an even better vibe. He made the sound work even better than we initially intended it to be. So he did a
And
great job at that.
yeah, and that's tough with drummers. So how are you feeling?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to ask that question because that's not a fair question to ask. It's not a fair question to ask, and that's not something that the drummer's gonna, maybe he's either gonna want to hear or not gonna want to hear. But hopefully, your new guy is full of as much musical talent as the rest of you are.
Definitely, yeah. That's a
Jeez.
nice question to ask. Seriously.
It's not. Yeah, I don't even
Are you
know
good?
what the best way to start.
Do you know what you're doing?
Clearly not today. Oh goodness, I'm all sorts of frazzled because I'm not in my natural habitat or environment. So, just talking to you like a friend instead of interviewing you. So tell me about this guy. Do you like him?
He's like.
Not really. We'll probably be getting a fourth soon. Oh my gosh. So did you
Yeah.
guys start in 2017 or did you guys start even before that?
I think it was 17, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys have definitely been taking your time. What made you decide to release the album now?
Well, in fact, we thought it's all done. There's
Fair enough.
we, yeah. What's I gonna do? No, but we went back serious. We had serious fights about some songs. Like especially, I Just Want to Sleep. It was a very is a very emotional song, and we basically booked this studio room for a week. And what we did all this week was just shuffling the song parts back and forth and adding some one or two melodies and checking out the harmonies for the vocals and all those things. And we had serious we were really dissatisfied with it, and then eventually it all came together. And it was crazy. Like we really spent a lot of thoughts on especially for that song, why each part is in this way, and how do you make it a proper build up. Yeah, we tried to do that as good as we could, not only for this one but also for the others, of course. But yeah, after 4 years you feel like you're done.
Yeah, well, and what's so funny about how much time and effort bands put into putting songs in a particular order, and then in this digital world, very rarely does someone listen to an album from front to back, which is such a crime.
Yeah. Of course, it's understandable if you look at the psychology behind all that, with that much media out there. But yeah, it is indeed a shame that you have to get people in the 5th second or so, maybe 10.
You're talking about our short attention spans that can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's why I'm really glad vinyl's come back, because it's eliminating that impulse to just change, in the middle of a song or at the end of one song. And so I really hope I can't imagine after you guys get this all put together and get it put out to labels that you're not going to be picked up, and at that point hopefully they'll issue a vinyl to where you guys will be able to make sure that your fans are going to have that experience.
Yeah. No, it's definitely on our bucket list. Definitely. Yeah.
So are you planning on doing a small tour once this is released, or are you guys, I don't even know if what it's looking like in Germany right now, if you guys are, this is actually my second call to Germany in a couple days. I just interviewed Lucas from Hyrus on Friday.
Nice. Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Super nice dude. But yeah, he made it sound like it was still like they're kind of loosening the reins a little bit, but there's still some pretty big restrictions.
Yeah, it's slowly getting there. That restrictions are being lifted, and in Germany it was really tough. Rules were really enforced. So I heard like anecdotal data, of course, but I heard police was chasing a guy who was not wearing a mask through a park. So.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I was like, okay, that can happen. Yeah.
Interesting video, I'm sure. If any
Yeah.
of it got captured. So with that, are you guys planning on doing a few shows, or are you guys just gonna kind of wait it out and see how everything kind of plays out?
Yeah. Well, the rehearsals are going now, and at the moment we're still more focused on marketing stuff, just getting our music out there, getting it to people. We definitely want to play shows, of course. And for now, we said we're going to try to keep it in Germany. But if there are some really nice gigs that we can play somewhere near Germany, then yeah, we also want to go for those, of course.
So are your guys's vision and plans to continue this project, hopefully turn it into a more kind of self-sustaining, that was hard to say, type of thing, or is it more just a creative outlet for you?
Well, those are two things, right? They don't have to exclude each other.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, we're building this whole. At work, we're using a lot of project management tools, and I'm trying to get everyone to use them. So we're really getting better at organizing ourselves, and that's also the ultimate goal, that we can do things pretty well, that we are even more of a team than we are now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can have things running in parallel, of course. But all of that is, of course, just for our own music to be able what we feel with our music, what we want to express. So it's still the outlet, and everything else is just a means to an end. Let's put it that way.
Okay. So at this point, you're just trying to get kind of all your ducks in a row, get it all organized, then start the marketing and sending out to labels, and then just keep going forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you already have music for the next album?
Yeah, definitely.
Always creating.
Yeah, I've been collecting quite a few ideas, some catchy melodies as well, some breakdowns, some riffs, nothing coherent. Some things are more coherent. How things go. Start with some part, and then you just build on top of that. And then, after the album release, we will also start. Showing that stuff to the others, and we start shuffling again and do the pre-pro for it. And of course, now we went through it once, so it should be quicker, right?
Yeah, well, maybe. Probably. Yeah, it depends on what the world decides to do as well.
Yeah, definitely.
One good thing about the whole quarantine thing is it seems like many people have had more time to focus on music. So hopefully that was part of you guys being able to get this fully finished and ready to go.
Yeah, it was definitely helpful in researching things because, yeah, also with me not being in Germany, it helps basically establishing digital communication because some things are just way more efficient if you do them digitally. Others are way more efficient if you do them in person. Like, yeah, you cannot really rehearse digitally.
Right.
So it's that far away. It's not working.
Hold on, I'm
But
buffering.
exactly.
So how often are you going back and forth often right now, or right now are you kind of just doing everything since you're getting ready to release the album and not necessarily in the recreating mode as a whole, but are you traveling back and forth often?
I used to do that way more often in the beginning until all of us got our own studio equipment. So now I'm essentially set, and it was mainly for the recordings and demos and those things that I traveled back and forth for. But of course, for rehearsals, it will come as well. Like the others are already on it, as the four of them. We have all our backing tracks, and they rehearse to that until I actually join them. Of course, it's always nicer to do it in person, like I said. But it's like 300 kilometers by car for now. So I will make sure to book more time for that.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys all have, obviously your individual lives and jobs and stuff too that, you know, is important and comes into play. So I'm sure that is nice to be able to do things digitally in that sense, because then usually you could do it on your own time versus trying to collect everybody else's time.
Yeah, exactly. Some things are also just way more efficient to do alone, and then others need to be discussed. So that's essentially how we also work now. Yeah.
Awesome. So what have you been doing for hobbies and self-care, not only during this time, but just in general?
Self-care. That's
Yeah. You know how many musicians laugh at me when I say that? I'm like, you know how important that is?
I know. I studied psychology too. You know. But I'm like, yeah, you know all this stuff, everything you should be doing.
Mhm. Yeah, but you're not doing it.
How well does it work in practice?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're slowly picking up on that again since we really start feeling that Corona time, like
Mhm.
being indoors more, having way more screen time. It's not healthy, of course. So
Mhm.
Tarek, he picked up working out again. Fabi, he's cycling a lot. He has a racing bike, so
Nice.
he does his tours sometimes even before work, which I admire him for because I could never do that.
Wow. Yeah.
uh, Laz, I don't know. What does Laz do? He goes hiking, so
Okay.
he likes hiking in the mountains. And Yanis, he goes jogging, I think, quite regularly. And I just go for walks, so no sports really.
Yeah, no, nature walks are amazing. They're really good for your mind. They're
Yeah.
really good self-care, especially in the rain. I'm sure that
Yeah.
probably doesn't feel as good for you since that seems to be, what it's doing all the time, but it's, the smells and the bright colors and just I don't know, the feel of I love the rain. I'm one of the weird ones that I think I could live in an area like that and I think I'd be okay.
Well, feel free to come over for a visit.
Well, okay. I guess I'm booking my flight now. I would love to go to the Netherlands. It
Yes.
looks like such a beautiful area.
Yeah, if you want to go for the rain, then you can come.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oregon right across the way is supposed to be really rainy, but it seems like they're getting the heat wave this time too. So it's like there's no escape
Oh,
in this area.
all
Oh
the
my
heat
god.
waves coming up. Crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. Yeah. So outside. So what about reading? Do you like to read?
Yeah, if I read, I usually go for something sciencey. like
Hmm.
not novels or anything, but I really like to read some stuff you would get at university or so. Doesn't mean I read it cover to cover. I really don't. But I feel I get most from that kind of stuff. Like you always learn something new about how that were discovered, things that took years for research.
Yeah. Yeah. What
Research.
about like quantum physics?
Yeah, not that.
No. When In Tongue started, that was my first feel. Is I was like, oh, it almost looks like they're gonna go into like a time loop type of thing, and then yeah, obviously played out different. But that was like initially where my brain went.
Well,
But no,
I will note that down. Quantum physics.
it's it's very interesting. Yeah, do you like Marvel at all? Marvel movies?
Yeah, they are definitely interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they mess with timelines and stuff.
yeah, true. Yeah. I do feel though that sometimes they try to revive things that already were there.
Yeah,
So, but it's somehow cool. Like I don't like every movie, but they like every second or so is really cool. Yeah.
yeah,
You're a big
yeah.
fan, I guess.
I am, but I kind of have, I guess, I don't know, that mind or whatever. Like I'm a big Star Wars fan and Lord of the Rings fan.
Oh,
I really like sci-fi stuff. I play Dungeons and Dragons. Like I'm
cool.
the nerdiest metalhead you've ever met.
I like that. I like that.
D&D is a lot of fun. It's a really good escape, especially during this time. It's nice to escape into another world and be a totally different character
Yeah.
with their own problems.
Do different problems. The
Right.
virus is called differently. It
Fighting
starts
dragons instead of viruses.
fighting dragons.
I actually did lose my first character, and it was really emotional. And so the character that I've been playing for I couldn't believe it. It was like a piece of me died.
What?
But but the character that I've been playing now I've had him for over a year. Let's see, a year and a few months.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
so scared. He's almost died so many times, and I'm so scared. I'm like, can he just hurry and retire so he doesn't die? Uh,
True. Yeah, sounds like such a cool game somehow. I never got to play it,
yeah. Well, if
sadly.
you
But you can
guys
really
are,
do everything, right? You can basically do any storyline you can think of.
yeah, there's some people that do like sci-fi ones. You can add like we fought dinosaurs the other day, and we have two campaigns going. And one of them, we fought a T-Rex, which was super bizarre.
Everybody with their swords and arrows and bows.
And
Trying
magic.
and magic.
Throwing spells at it was a zombie T-Rex, which made it even more interesting. But
Oh, that's
yeah,
that's. I feel like there should be a movie about zombie dinosaurs, like Sharknado. How many parts are there?
maybe the same makers. I mean, they got to be done with making those, right? There's like a million of them now. Maybe
I
you
don't
should
know.
have your people get a hold of their people and give them that idea.
If anybody is afraid of sharks, any of your clients, you should totally recommend that movie. It's Hailing Sharks. You should watch it in VR.
Yeah, right.
Exposure therapy, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Supposed to work really well.
Yeah, I don't know if I know they say that. I don't know if I agree with it. I'm still scared of snakes, and I've been around lots of them.
Well,
Of course,
you know what helps.
I don't know. No, I don't. I have imposter syndrome. I'm really good at talking to people. I'm not so good at I don't know. I'm good at giving advice. I'm not good at taking my own advice, and then they're not very good at taking my advice because I think they can tell that I'm full of shit.
Okay. I guess I'll book a session with you then. I'm actually curious now.
I'm totally giving you crap. I am very
Obviously.
much myself, though. I'm not, obviously. Yeah, you're like, how did you get licensed? 10 years of school, and I don't know how to talk to people. No, but really, I mean, most people, like in the movies, it shows like therapists being super, super, uh, oh gosh, professional. I'm definitely not. But I think people appreciate it more because it seems like people get comfortable quicker
Yeah,
than,
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I
yeah.
also feel your conversational style is quite nice, actually.
Thanks. It's pretty out there. Okay, so 11 tracks. Cannot pre-order it yet, but you guys are working on that. I kept trying to, I was like clicking on all your links going, where can I order this?
Yeah, we already got some people asking us, like, guys, like, seriously, please,
We're on it.
please give us some. Yeah, we just said we're on it.
Yeah.
You will see eventually.
Yeah, if hopefully soon I'll get all my crap done. I still have, let's see, 3 interviews that I need to transcribe, and then 4 now with after this one, and then I have another one booked for next Saturday. So I have to transcribe all of those, which is fine. I enjoy doing it. It's just time consuming. But I like to do album reviews as well, but I don't do them as much because I've been so booked with interviews.
Yeah.
But I would like to, if I am able to find the time, do an album review on it, because with the 5 I've heard, I already, really enjoy it. So I can't imagine the remaining ones are going to suck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And if they do, then now I have your Skype handle. So you're
we only
just kidding. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
So
If you think they suck, you can just message us. Be like, dude, they suck.
could you go ahead and take those remaining 6 off? And I got some ideas. Not even a songwriter.
Please change everything.
That's terrible.
Supervisor feedback.
Right? Yeah. No. Nobody wants that from me. I'm definitely not. What is the word? Talented in that fashion.
I guess with so much music heard, I think you know a few.
I mean, but everybody, it's all people's interests, right? It's what people like, and that's so. Pop and rap are 2 of the most popular genres.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. They're not that I have anything against them by any means. It's just not my thing. And so I'm probably not the best when it comes to an ear. But I've always liked metal. And when it comes to metal, I do feel like I have a fairly good ear. But again, it all depends on what your interests are. Like black metal is not not my thing. Definitely doesn't mean that it's bad by any means. So yeah, but I like the progressive sounds. I like you guys have that progressive instrumentation. You have the cleans and the screams, which do seem to be more liked overall. Like it seems like it reaches a broader spectrum of people. Yeah. Yeah, and you have a beautiful singing voice. So did you train for it, or is that something? Are you just kind of like self-taught with it?
Yeah, I'm self-taught. Yeah. I don't do. Yeah, I used to annoy my mom a lot when I was younger.
You used to what?
I scream as well. But when I was younger, imagine a 14 or 16-year-old kid screaming.
Oh yeah.
All day when your mother doesn't really like it.
Oh, I'm sure not. I'm sure she was like, trying to exorcise the demons out of you.
Yeah, essentially. Fun side fact: she's quite Christian.
Well, there you go. Yeah, she probably definitely did it. There's Christian metal bands out there, though.
Yeah, I was about to add to that. One doesn't exclude the other, but she's more of the let's not scream. Christian generation.
Oh my gosh, funny. Is she supportive though?
Yeah, she's very supportive.
Good.
Of course.
So who would you say some of your guys' influences are?
That very much depends on which part you're going for. So if you go for the instrumentals, then Talik and I, yeah, we've very much been listening to Bullet for My Valentine since we were young. I think that's just a classic. And yeah, started out with Linkin Park, but then got more heavy, of course. So nowadays, it's for me, it's Die Art as Murder, which is somewhat more heavy. And I think overall, we're all digging Wage War. And yeah, those kinds of things, actually. Yeah.
Okay. I'm really embarrassed to admit that I don't know if I couldn't name a Bullet for My Valentine song, and I know that that's absolutely horrendous as a metal writer. It came after I'm in my 30s. It came after I was out of high school, and so I don't know why. I don't know. I really need to fix that. It's embarrassing every time someone brings it up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even talk about it.
No, I mean, it's kind of their fault, right? Like they never.
They're huge. No, it's 100% my fault. I appreciate you trying.
Okay, I tried to make you feel better about it.
I appreciate that, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna call your BS on that because they are huge and it's 100% my fault. I grew up on like Korn and Coal Chamber and White Zombie, and so it was a totally different style of music, and I don't know why I didn't. It's kind of crazy. I definitely need to remedy that.
Yeah, but I understand why, because Coal Chamber and Korn, they have a more percussive sound. They have more of an act. They emphasize drums more and percussion in general. I feel like it's all very very rhythm based, and yeah, new metalcore doesn't really do that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of them that I do know and I do really enjoy. I don't know. I've even had a lot of teenage clients that are huge fans, and I keep saying I need to go out of my way and listen to them, and I need to. And then as soon as I like hang up from the call or quit talking to whoever I'm talking to, I carry on with my life and do something different.
Go for a walk in the rain.
Right, yeah, I wish. Oh my gosh, I would totally. And then I could listen to it while I was walking in the rain. Kill two birds with one stone.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
You can try that. But if you check them out, go for the older stuff first.
Okay. What song should I start with?
Oh, I don't know. Anything from what's the first album? One word. The Poison. Try out The Poison. It's a nice one.
Poison. Okay. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm even writing it down and I'm circling it.
I heard the silence.
Oh no! I was gonna say I'll show you, but I don't have my video on.
Yeah.
I can hear it. No, now I just. Oh gosh! I just accidentally. I was trying to circle it louder, and then I ended up putting the pencil over the title, so now I had to rewrite it.
Screeching.
Now I can't get it. All right, you guys. Whoa. Beer drinkers?
What?
Are you beer drinkers?
Definitely, yeah.
My favorite beer comes from Germany. What's your favorite German beer?
Really? Wow. I think it's an artisanal one. Veltins. I don't know whether you know it.
I don't want.
It's not that known worldwide. Which one is
Oh,
yours though?
Roush Beer,
What?
smoked porter.
Which one?
Roush Beer. It's a
Oh,
smoked porter.
oh, I don't know that actually. But
I'll,
you're giving me ideas. You're giving me
it
ideas.
It's so good. I mean, if you like, darker, it tastes like jerky. It's so good. We used to be able to get it in one of our, there's a place called Brewers Haven that gets international beers. And I used to be able to get it from there. And I mean, like, wanted to cry every time they had it because I was so excited and I'd buy them all because I'm an asshole. But then they quit getting them and I haven't had it for years. And so I'm like feverishly looking online, trying to see where I can find it to where it can ship here because I freaking miss it. It's so good. I'll send you a picture of it
Yeah, please
if
do
I remember.
because if we see it or if we find it anywhere, we'll make sure to send one over.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Just one beer, just one bottle is going to be very, very sustainable and eco-friendly. I think the portal would be more expensive than the actual bottle. So ridiculous.
They're fairly, I mean, they're not big bottles, but they're bigger than the average. Well,
A
maybe not. I
liter.
don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, if we find them, we make sure to send you a few more if we send some.
That would be amazing. Cool. So, what other questions do I have? I think those are all the ones that I wrote down. What am I forgetting? We already talked about moving forward. Is there a concept to Smother, to the whole album?
It wasn't intended to have one, no. But it turned out everything actually fitted quite well together, at least lyrically. And instrumentally, it varies.
Oh,
It,
okay.
I feel that it's not well, it's not written in 1 week or 2 weeks. Let's put it that
Right.
way. And I think you can hear that.
Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm interested. So it's like a journey all in itself. Individual
Yeah.
journeys all collected into one journey.
Yeah, and we got a bit more material now, and the next one will probably be similar, but we don't know yet. So we're gonna see how we're gonna do that one.
Are you planning on introducing any other types of instruments?
Like violins or
The
pianos or whatever.
Eulalian flute?
A trombone from Tenacious D.
There you go. The toy one.
What are you doing with the flute, dude?
He jammed on that one. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Hey, maybe we can find a good use for it. I'm gonna note it down. You know, we need that input. Flutes,
Just like a weird.
trombones, and what else did you say?
The Eulalian flute. The Eulalian flute is actually really pretty sounding. You're in the Netherlands. Like, they have that kind of Celtic style music, don't they, there?
Celtic style.
Do they in the Netherlands?
Celtic, I wouldn't say so. I think it's more
okay.
90s music.
It's okay.
90s music and techno.
Oh yeah, don't add techno.
No.
That'd be funny though, having that that toy saxophone sound like in the middle right before a breakdown. That would be hilarious.
We just add tons of effects on it so it doesn't sound like one.
Right.
And you can say, look, we used one. We just add a lot of different stuff in there. Just throw it all in.
Everybody else would be like, what are they doing? And I'd be like, I get it. Oh,
can't you hear very faint in the distance? That must be a trombone.
Oh my goodness. Oh, cool. Well, I don't know if I have any other questions. Is there anything that I did not cover or talk about that you feel like needs to be discussed.
About Asno, I just have a question about your last name.
Yeah.
Rodriguez?
So okay, this okay, I'm gonna have to tell you an embarrassing story right now. So
Okay. If it's not embarrassing, I won't. Next time you say embarrassing, I won't think of embarrassing anymore.
Oh no, it's just my last name is actually Rogers. It's not Rodriguez. So I didn't ever legally change my name. I was married one time before. I have a son from my first husband. And when I went, this is weird. I went from Rogers to Reyes, back to Rogers, and I didn't want to change my name again because this is terrible, because I kind of lost my faith in marriage and didn't think I was ever going to get married again, and so I didn't want to go through the process of. I've been with him for 10 years, but I didn't want to go through the process of changing my name again. Plus, my license and my degrees and everything are in my maiden name, and so I just didn't change it, and I put Rodriguez on social media because kind of to honor my husband, even though I haven't changed it. So my last name is actually Rogers. It's funny. There's a band that put me in their last album on the thank yous, and they have it as Nika Rogers Rodriguez on there, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. Everybody knows that's my last name, but yeah. But how would anybody know? But yeah, it's actually Rogers.
Now we can do it intentionally.
Right. Or when like I get like sometimes bands will send me stuff and it's always has Rodriguez, and I'm just like that's fine. It's
well, it's now it's already kind of your artist's name, right?
Right. Yeah.
It turned out to be so.
Or I could just change my name just to Nika, like Cher. What are there's so many different people out there that only go by their first name.
Yeah.
Prince. Even though that's not his name.
Yeah. just don't have last names. It's
right. Take all the guesswork out of it.
It's just gonna remove all confusion.
Exactly. And
having
then,
only one name because there's only one person in your circle of friends.
Right. Oh goodness. Yeah. So I don't know what question you had about that last name, but it's not mine. But I can still maybe answer the question even though it's not my last name.
No, I was just curious because maybe you speak Spanish or something, maybe you have like you're bilingual or something. So
I used to speak fairly decent Spanish. I have not spoken it for, I don't even know how long. So I've lost it over the years. I still know a little bit, but not near as much as I used to. But I would love to learn again, because I think it's so important to be bilingual. And I'm always so impressed and jealous of all these people that I interview, because all of you guys are bilingual, and I know you have to be, but still I think it's so important, and at least bilingual, if not multilingual. But I think it's so important to know more than one language, and I'd love for my son to be able to know Spanish. So yeah, that's something I probably should add on my list of things to do.
Maybe it turns out to be you can open a language club or something.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea.
Problem solved.
Yeah, we even have one in this small little town of ours.
Yeah. That's a very funny story, actually.
Like, oh man.
Almost random,
Yeah. Have you ever read the book The Catcher in the Rye?
What?
Have you ever read the book The Catcher in the Rye?
No. What is that?
Okay. It's just it's oh gosh. It's hard to explain because it's weird. It's about this kid who keeps getting kicked out of like prep schools, And the last one he gets kicked out of, he doesn't want his parents to know, and there's 2 weeks left of school, and so he kind of goes like off on this little adventure because he doesn't want to go home and let them know that he got kicked out of another one. And he's such a, it's hard to
Naturally.
explain because it's, you know, not like a action super big time plot kind of book, but he is really, really quirky, and he's really random and just a bizarre character. He is my favorite. I very much identify with him. And but he's like super, you know, pure-hearted, and just wants to see the best in everything. And I don't know, it's a really, really good book. People either love it or hate it, and it's 100% my favorite book. It's really good.
Well, how long is it?
It's pretty short.
Yeah, okay, then I can put it on the list.
It's kind of, it's a different writing style, but you'll either love it or hate it. And so if you get it through the first few pages and you're like, I'm not enjoying this, then I would just put it down, because it's probably not going to get better for you.
Okay. Okay.
I had this, talk about random story. I had this roommate that I used to live with, who was from California, and so I didn't like grow up with her or anything. And we were talking about The Catcher in the Rye, and she goes, "Oh, I didn't ever want to read the book, so I wrote the paper on the movie." And I was like, "There's not a movie. I'm pretty sure I've looked, you know, and there's no movie." She goes, "Yeah, Field of Dreams, which is a baseball movie."
Uh-huh.
And I was like, not
What?
at all the same thing.
Close. Very, very close.
Well, even as an adult, she still thought Field of Dreams was based on The Catcher in the Rye. Did this whole paper on it when she was in high school, and I was like, "What did your teacher say?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh gosh, I don't even remember."
What did Wikipedia say?
Right.
Just flag it on Wikipedia. Wrong.
I don't even know if Wikipedia was a thing then. Technology changed dramatically really quick, and I don't remember Wikipedia was a thing back then.
I have no clue. For me, it always existed, and you could always make some stuff up there. You can always challenge things. That's very funny, actually.
Yeah, well, it's important to, but that's for the first part of my life, I had to go to the library to research.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's the true way of doing it.
Sound like a grandma saying that. Back in my day.
Back in the old days. You know, when I was your age.
Well, you're what? You're probably in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 27.
27, yeah. Okay,
How old?
yeah. I am 38.
Ah, okay. Look, not that far apart.
Yeah, no. Once you get into your mid to late 20s, years don't really matter anymore.
Right? I feel this.
Yeah.
Like it's already starting, but I think like with 30, slowly, then it really doesn't matter anymore. Like there's zero difference.
Yeah, right. 30s are the best years,
I don't know.
too.
Because I'm not there yet, but
yeah, you're there in spirit.
A blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Waiting for that nightmare.
Oh no, it's the best years. It's the best years. I would take my 30s over at least my early 20s, definitely, and definitely over my teens.
Well, then I'll take that as a very good spoiler.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
You're gonna
alert.
have a good time in your 30s.
Imagine, it's only gonna get better.
Yes. Thank goodness. I don't know where it goes from here, but you got some good things in your future. I'm sure musically too, and I'm really looking forward to hearing who picks you up. And
of course, it's always really, really nice and helpful to have a bit of vitamin B. That's how we say it in Germany.
Vitamin B.
Vitamin B for relations.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, sometimes, obviously you guys have the talent that's already there. So, sometimes, yeah, it is just the connections and the people outside of that. But yeah, you guys already have the hard part of it down. So hopefully the rest of it will start ironing out. I cannot
Yeah.
speak English today. I wish I was multilingual or at least bilingual because I can't even speak my own language. I can't speak English.
That's so much BS.
Oh my goodness, I get caught up on words all the time. I feel really bad for my clients because I don't know how often I'm like, what is that very common normal word that I can't think of right now?
Yeah, but you do that in any language, so.
Yeah. Jeez, you're just so nice. Anytime I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna call you and be like, "Hey, make me feel better."
It's true though. It's true though.
It is true. It is true. Oh goodness. Awesome. Well, thank
Yep.
you so much. An hour later, I appreciate you. Yeah, letting me take all this time.
Yeah. Thanks. That goes all the way back, of course. Giving that back to you. I think the core message is just we try to make an album that really is as genuine as possible we can. Like we try to make everything as authentic as we can, as close to us as we can, and try to connect to others, of course. Like make it relatable.
Yeah, I think.
And just hope that it helps other people as well, because it's a lot about conflicts with external pressures or internal pressures as well. It has actually a lot of psychological facets to it.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship stuff, basically. But nothing I didn't say already. It's just a recap.
Are you gonna have the lyrics in your guys's CD?
Yeah, they'll also be there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I think that's important, especially when you have important things to say that can be helpful for people, especially during these times. I think it's good to have those lyrics so where people can pick them apart and really digest them.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet. Well, I look forward to hearing the whole thing. I'm really excited to be able to dive into the whole album from beginning to end.
Well, let us know if at any point we're missing a flute or a ukulele.
I
It could be like
sounds
just
like I'm going to be.
for those 5 seconds, or for that, and those entire 4 minutes. Would have loved the flute solo.
As long as you have a triangle in there, we're probably good.
Wait a second.
Go back and re-record.
Triangle. It's gonna be amazing.
I don't even know if that's still a thing. Or the recorder. There you go. Someone could play Hot Cross Buns in the background.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you. Let me take so much of your time. It was a fun chat.
Yeah. Definitely.